What's up, YouTube? We got a yo-yo review to do today. This is the YoyoFriends Hummingbird. So this one is on loan to me. I did want to get the Hummingbird review done. I know they're not really available right now, but they restock relatively often, and wanted to give my thoughts on the Hummingbird from YoyoFriends. So, diameter of the yo-yo is 55.91 millimeters. It is 42.95 millimeters wide with a 4.76 millimeter gap width. It is a relatively wide gap. Weighs in at a super light, 62.1 grams, 19 millimeter slim pads, and this is the drop near killer, ladies and gentlemen. 7068 aluminum makes absolute wonderful use of the materials. Big, thick metal stainless steel rings with that awesome, cool, like, YoyoFriends engraving in there. I'll see if I can get it picked up. It says YoyoFriends right there. Anyway, looks great, feels great, plays great, grinds great. It is about as straightforward a competition bimetal as you could want, and is an awesome one. So, let's talk about it a little bit. Like, this is sort of one of those yo-yos that, like, anytime you see anybody on the YoyoFriends team, so whether we're talking about Ollie or anybody else, this is more or less what they're using. And this is actually one of the player models, one of the ones that one of the sponsored players had given over to me for review. And it's, quite frankly, just, it's a beast. Like, this thing is like driving a Ferrari. I actually really like this more than the Drop Near, because it feels like I've got more control over it. It doesn't feel like it wants to play faster than I want to play. And at the same time, I always felt like the Drop Near was a little snaggy. And this does not feel snaggy at all. This feels just about right. And no wonder you see this all over the competition scene, because it is quite a competitor. I mean, I couldn't really think of, like, any ways to be like, well, let's make this, not that I'm a competitor, be like, well, let's make this a better competition yo-yo. This is about as straightforward and as good a competition yo-yo as you can find today. So these come in at $130. These are a little bit expensive, but I mean, if you can compare it to a Drop Near, I suppose, and in my opinion, like I said, this is better than the Drop Near. You're really looking at, you know, a better yo-yo for less money, and this really is top of the line, about as nice as yo-yos get for as far as competition bimetals are concerned. Lots of nice cuts in there, very aesthetically pleasing. I really like the fade on this, it really looks good. It's coming in really nice too as I'm rotating it around. It looks really good. It looks good when you're playing with it. It shows up good, you can see it well. I mean, it's really everything you want in, like, a competition bimetal, and I really dig this yo-yo a lot. It's really good. I've played a couple before, but usually the ones that I play are ones that people have beat to hell. This one is in pretty darn good shape, and I've just been loving the heck out of it. It really plays great. But let's go ahead and throw it around a little bit. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. YoyoFriends Hummingbird. This thing hauls. Like, it feels like it's kind of doing all the work for you. And that's really what you want in a competition bimetal. Yo-yo that kind of makes playing yo-yo as easy to play as humanly possible, so you could just focus on the tricks and not anything about your yo-yo. Like, that was still spinning hard. This thing spins forever. Not much of a speed player, but this thing will go fast, or you could just slow it down. And I like that. I like control. See? Slow. Or we can go fast. And it doesn't care. It doesn't care either way. Binds are great, not snaggy at all, just comes back when you want it to come back. The finger grinds, very nice. And because you have all that power, you can kind of go back into something else after your grind is done. Really stays on plane really well. a nice wide catch zone too, so it's not hard to like just catch it onto the string. Finger spins are super easy, super doable. As you can see there, you've got the little button where you could lock in, or you can ride around it, which is how I like to finger spin. Great finger spins. Thumb grinds, you can get them. But actually, they aren't bad. Decent thumb grinds, you can get your thumb in there. There's nothing to lock it in, but it'll do it. Hand grinds or palm grinds, not real. Like, it's kind of tough to do with the stainless steel. It's got enough power that it will do it. Just feels weird. Like, kind of bounces. Like stainless steel's not like brushed or anything. So, otherwise, I mean, this is pretty much a straightforward, like, just competition killer. Great. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy apart. I'll show you guys the insides and we'll do pros and cons. Alright, let's take it apart. Alright. As you can see, standard, just sort of silicone type pads. Works great, responds great. Center track-esque bearing. Spins long and quiet. No complaints. Very straightforward competition-shaped yo-yo. You kind of got the V element there. Little swoop up before you get to the response pad that then rounds over nicely for clean breaks off of the string. Plays great. Came apart really nice. YoyoFriends is basically FPM, and that's where everything is machined, and it's really they really do a nice job machining. They're probably the highest quality machining that comes out of China. It's really, really good. And it's really consistently really good. I've seen and touched a lot of FPM machine stuff and a lot of YoyoFriends stuff in particular, and it's very, very consistently very well machined. So kudos to them. This is a rather old design, actually. I think the Hummingbird came out, I want to say in 2017? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say 2017 this came out. But it's been they've done extra runs of it. It sells out every time. It's still very popular. It's very good. And this Fade one was, I think, one of last year's runs. Let's do pros and cons. Pros, drop near killer. Great, great competition bimetal. It's still a yo-yo you see used in competition a lot, despite it having been out for a couple of years at this point. Finger spins are great. Thumb grinds are great. The finish is great. The machining is great. And it's just, everything about it is quality. High quality, top quality stuff, and it really just looks, feels, and plays amazing. As far as cons are concerned, there's not too many cons. It is $130, which is a little bit on the pricey side, but for like a top quality, top tier bimetal, I mean, that's not out of the ordinary. Is it better than everything that's cheaper than $130? I don't know, but if you are a top level competitor and you need something to kind of give you the edge, this is definitely one to look into as far as looking at bimetals and stuff is concerned, because I think this is probably one of the best top tier bimetals that you can get. It's really, really very good, and it's not surprising that they sell out every time they do a new run of these. The bearing is great. It's a good center track bearing. All the design elements are good, down to everything. Every last little bit of design works great and feels great and plays great. The inside's blasted nicely as well. I like the little Hummingbird there. It doesn't really get in your way when it finger spins, but you can tell what it is. Very cool. Really nothing bad to say about it. Like I said, it's pricey. If this is one that you want, you're really gonna have to seek it out, because I'm not really sure where they're in stock, if they're in stock anywhere. But it's really a nice yo-yo, a really top quality competition yo-yo. And if you're an unsponsored player that's looking to kind of get into competing and stuff, this is a great yo-yo to look into as your competition yo-yo, because man, is this thing a beast. Man, is it a beast. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check the links down in the description. I'll see if I can find any of these online or in stock somewhere. I'll put the link in the description if I can. But Hummingbird's definitely one to look out for if you're looking for a competition bimetal. Hopefully they'll be re-released or another run will come of these soon, because these are awesome. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.